What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction with your boy, the Ignorant Eclectic Mad Genius. And today we are checking out, I want to say his name is Tyler. Basically, he's known, I've known him from, just a couple videos of him. I think it was the Hasidic Jews. He was talking about them and how they were using, or how they were basically abusing uh they're abusing some of the stuff that we have here to basically be able to have 7 8 kids and things of that nature. But he is his new this is his new video that just came out not too long ago. It says, I got banned and deported from Israel. Well, we about to find out what's going on today.
Banned from Israel upon arrival and deported back to
Hit that like, hit
America
that
for
subscribe.
anti-Semitic or anti-Israel content. I flew out of New Jersey on an El Al flight to
But he's not, to me, mind you, I don't know this man from the man on the moon, but I've never really seen anything anti about his videos. He's just been pointing out that things, things that aren't right. Just like, what's his buddy's name? Nick Shirley.
Tel Aviv on a plane with basically...
And it doesn't matter if it's Israeli, if it's Somalians, you know what I mean? If you're doing things that aren't supposed to be done, come on now.
all Jews, and had plenty of pleasant conversations and positive interactions on my way there. Believe it or not, a lot of Jews were excited for me to visit their country.
Where are we headed, boys? We're headed to Tel Aviv, baby. Are they gonna let me in? Yes, sir.
But of course, I was being tracked the entire time, and photos of me circulated in Jewish WhatsApp groups as I was asleep in the middle seat of the back of the plane. 12 hours in the middle seat later, I land in Israel and my passport scan says to go find an agent. I'm then brought to the back office where my interrogation begins. I tell him I'm here to enjoy the beaches of Tel Aviv, see some holy sites, and maybe do some street interviews asking some of the world's oldest questions, right? He then asks if I'm here to provoke Jews, if I'm hiding anything, if I'm anti-Semitic. I tell him no, obviously. The agent then goes like, you can just be honest, this is Israel. As if
this motherfucker won't just attempt to not attempt, but possibly take you out. Come on, bro. Like, he thought Buddy was stupid.
If I said, yeah, I'm anti-Semitic, that would somehow go over well upon arriving to Israel. But I tell him, no, I'm not. I don't hate anyone, and I don't. He proceeds to watch my videos about the Hasidic Jewish communities in upstate New York and New Jersey, where I examine how they use welfare to afford 7 to 10 kids. I try to explain the nature of the videos, and he eventually tells me to go sit down while they deliberate my fate. About 30 minutes later, he tells me to come back in the room and states that he's spoken to his higher-ups and that I've been denied entry into Israel due to anti-Semitic or anti-Israel content. I'm then handed a paper that I have to sign, which falsely claims that I've attempted to illegally immigrate to Israel, which is obviously bullshit, and I assume was done to prevent me from re-entering Israel for as long as legally possible, despite him telling me the real reason was due to anti-Semitic content. In fact, I checked Twitter and see that Israel's Minister of Diaspora and Combating Anti-Semitism is retweeting an Israeli news article that claims Tyler Oliveira, the Jew-hating YouTuber, is expelled from Israeli border.
He's claimed as a Jew-hating YouTuber because of a couple of his videos. I mean, if you're pointing stuff out that's factual, how is that hating a race?
On the
like, he's not Chud, and Chud is a racist, and he hates certain individuals. Like, I could understand it, like, if he was doing that to them, then I'd be like, okay, cool, I see that, but I don't see that. That's crazy.
Of the Israeli minister. The fuck? He then quotes, I'm proud to have denied entry to Israel today to an unfortunate YouTuber who is using the harassment of Jews as a way to get clout on social media. Furthermore, let this be a lesson to all Jew haters and supporters of BDS. Whatever that means. Now, for a second, imagine if me criticizing welfare use in black communities in America somehow got me banned from countries in Africa. Or the welfare users in Appalachia somehow got me banned from Europe. This exception only seems to exist when it's regarding Jews. So I tell the agent, man, it's a shame I can't visit the biggest democracy in the Middle East. And he goes, well, maybe you can visit Afghanistan. They confiscate my passport, take me to a brief holding room with a bunch of Filipinos, and then tell me I have a flight out at midnight, which is like 8 hours later. Now, it's
Give me my
clear to me
passport.
at this point that the unspoken strategy is they want the accusations of anti-Semitism they hurl at people like me to eventually become true, to then justify their very accusations. But the problem is, there is no hatred in my heart, only a resolve to see things as they are. So try to answer this. Why am I, as an American, not allowed to question my fellow Americans who happen to be Jewish and how our collective tax dollars are being spent in America? And why, if my videos happen to involve Jewish people, am I now labeled a Jew-hating anti-Semite, while our greatest ally, Israel, that is the single largest recipient of American foreign aid in our history, then deports me, while their government officials publicly paint a target on my back while I'm still in their country? Adjusting for inflation, U.S. aid to Israel from 1951 to 2022
Billions, bro.
totaled $317 billion, making it the largest recipient of American foreign aid since World War II. But fun fact, we don't even have a formal mutual defense treaty with Israel. Yes, our greatest ally is not even technically our ally. For perspective, the US has formal mutual defense treaties with all 32 NATO members: Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Thailand. And these treaties legally obligate the US to come to their defense if attacked, and vice versa. The obligation is a two-way street, but not with Israel. In summary, we've given Israel over $300 billion in cumulative aid. We vote UN resolutions to shield them from international law all the time. We provide them with the most advanced weapons on Earth. And American troops die in conflicts to uphold Israeli interests, all without a formal obligation for Israel to defend the US. No treaty, no legitimate alliance, no defense commitment. So, they'll take our money, they'll let our soldiers die to eliminate existential threats to Israel.
And I've said this before, these individuals have it to where, so every other big place on the world, on the globe, whatever continent, everything else, they've signed a nuclear treaty. These are the only individuals that have never signed a nuclear treaty. And when it was going to happen, the person got X'd out of the situation.
But I'm the second coming of Hitler
Live on
if I get
TV.
on a plane to visit the country that's the largest
If you know,
recipient
you know.
of foreign aid that my tax dollars go towards. I get deported and called a Jew hater by Israeli officials for what? Looking for the truth? Is that illegal in Israel, the biggest democracy in the Middle East?
Listen, the people who are not supposed to be touched and or anything is supposed to happen to them are reporters and like media people. Not there though. We've seen on multiple different occasions that reporters and certain individuals have been X'd out.
I've refrained
And
from
they're supposed to
exploring
have
this
immunity.
topic to the degree in which it
Crazy.
deserves because I wanted to first report on important topics, boots on the ground in Israel, before I was inevitably banned. But now, there's nothing to lose. I'm effectively perma-banned from entering. I think it's time we examine how a small country of about 10 million people seemingly exert more control of American foreign policy than any other country on Earth.
Oh, well, yes, yes. But also I think it was a few weeks ago, people had just found out that Israel that place um had built a secret base that the United States, the government, the US didn't know about. And it was just found not too long ago, and literally it was like a little blip on the map. It was there for a few hours. Only certain people talked about it, and then our government and our news people didn't say a word about it. Like you had like it's certain people that will speak on it that you if you know you know, but you know what I mean. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Love each and every last one of y'all, man. I am just a reactor. That's it. That's it. At this particular moment, I'm just a reactor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. The link for this video will be in the description below. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.